So, where we last left off, you guys were in the, in a nightclub, I believe called the Red Room.
Yes.
Red Room.
This
Red Room.
dark nightclub, following in here, Kira, through her contacts with John's help, looking for any suspicious individuals or any information you could gather from your network. Ellis, Tim, and Pagan being led here through a series of forces they could feel throughout. And as they entered in here, they ended up catching the attention of a group of individuals who, in the commotion, slit the throat of a bouncer trying to stop them and started a panic. To quickly redescribe the location for you, Pagan was sneaking off towards them, I believe. John was hoping to intercept. Kira was getting their weapons, I believe, or had their weapon readied.
Yep. Well, I have the small ones. I was probably trying to get the bigger one.
Yes, and the big one would be at the backstage.
The big one probably isn't in the Red Room, but the medium-sized one.
A bigger one is
a bigger one
on
one
the
that
like
requires 2 hands.
Yeah, it's on like the musicians, like the DJ booth kind of area. You've outfitted this area.
It's in my locker,
you play.
Yeah.
And so, and then
service rifle time.
Tim, and Ellis, what were you guys doing? How do you guys want to get prepared as just things are about popping off right now?
Doing last time.
Say again?
I was trying to remember what I was doing last time. I think I was trying to catch the person, like block them from leaving.
Yes, you were intercepting. Yeah. Now I remember. You were trying to get in front so they couldn't leave.
Yeah.
And Tim, what were you doing in this? Your first real act of violence you're seeing in this world.
I'm gonna be so I don't remember what I was last time, but most likely what probably like definitely wanting to like follow the lead of the 2 people I'm supposed to be shadowing, but being like, I don't know how to fight. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to be in this, so I'm gonna try and hide under a table or something. I don't know.
Okay. Tim is attempting to hide in all this chaos. To redescribe the group, this is a group of, by the looks of it, 7 or 8 individuals. All of them appear to know about the masquerade to some extent. To some extent, they are in this world. But it's hard to immediately clock them as vampiric right off the bat. It looks like they're something, but you're not entirely sure. You did see one of them immediately, Ellis, you would have recognized this, almost like a dash kind of ability. Kira probably would have recognized this. It looks like they are some sort of stealth-based individual, as they are running towards the exit. Let's go with I'm gonna have all of you guys take actions first, and then I'm gonna have them take actions, and we're gonna play it like that. So, what are you guys doing as a team now? You guys get to act first in this pop-off. You saw one of them slit a living being's throat, not part of the masquerade. And this club is filled with civilians.
Am I actively like by the door, like blocking the guy's way or whoever it is that?
Let's do a roll off here. We're gonna do their we'll do a, what do we want to call this? I think they're gonna roll a dexterity. What's the stat? What do you want to roll against them? I think they're going to be rolling probably a dexterity stealth. They're going to try and use the crowd against you.
I can also roll dexterity stealth.
All right.
Do I need a hunger dice for this one? I don't think so, right? Do I?
I believe you always have one hunger dice, correct, Mika? Kira?
I only have one hunger die at the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you roll one of them as a hunger die.
Right. And the hunger dice is only relevant if it rolls a 1 or a 10?
Yes.
Okay, so the hunger dice rolled a 1.
The rest of the roll is now very important.
Yes, it is.
Okay, and it was 8s, 9s, and 10s that were successes?
Tense. No, it's 6 and up.
6 and up, yeah.
6 and up
okay.
is success, and you're counting
So-
the number of successes.
I have 4 successes, and the hunger dice is a 1.
Is a critical failure.
Yeah.
Someone's hungry.
Okay.
Question is, did they succeed or fail?
You.
Hmm.
So. You beat them. So you can catch up to them. With that failure, something isn't going the way you intended. So,
Yeah.
What do you think would happen if Alice, if falling into this hunger, is losing this little bit of control here?
Wait, did I miss something?
Could you describe? What do you think
Okay, sorry.
Alice? Yeah, what do you think Alice would? What their falling into a hunger dice would look like? Even with a success, this is falling to the hunger.
I would say she probably would get a little bit more violent.
So, okay. Well, as you rush forward to almost like tackle or like restrain them, you grab them and without intending to tear, like your nails get into them, and tear from elbow to wrist of just pure skin. Long scratches, and you see them start to bleed and scream out as the bestial part took over there and went for more lethal forms of stopping her. I'm going to say in this, you are considered stopping her. You are stopping her movement when whatever she tries to do.
Yeah.
Let's go to, we'll go to John next. John, what are you doing?
Can John go a little later?
Okay, then we'll go with, because I think, actually we'll go with Kira. This is your turf. What are you doing? You see one of your allies.
I already have my service rifle in my hands.
You have your side, or you can have access to your sidearm.
Yeah.
I will say if you want to spend this starting piece
I need
getting
to get to it and
service,
grab it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I'd rather be set up to clean up than be on the
Okay.
front lines because I'm not a frontline fighter.
That's fair.
So
You
what
run
kind
over
of
them.
distance to are we talking?
I'm gonna say it's about like, you can make there. It's about
Yeah.
It's a nightclub, you know, it's like maybe 30-ish feet.
Yeah.
The hardest part, just for the fun of it, can you roll me a, we'll call it, dexterity, either dexterity athletics, or just straight dexterity. There is a lot of people in here who are starting to freak out. So this is to get through the crowd as it's dense in here right now.
0 successes.
Okay, you struggle, you push through, knocking people down. I'll say you make it there, but the crowd has gotten more chaotic, more energetic. You feel like anything too extreme could be very bad against the masquerade.
Yeah.
And the situation is even more volatile now.
Yeah. I know we're in a nightclub, so the difference is negligible at most, but I will be popping Silence of Death while I move through, just to be more safe than sorry. It's free.
That's fair.
Do I have enough time in my turn to make some kind of wits check to assess the situation?
Also,
particularly the movement and intent of the aggressors.
Movements.
Yeah, make a roll. Make a. We'll call this insight. We'll call this either we'll call this intelligence insight.
Oh, now we're cooking. 5 successes.
What you're able to gather is that they want this chaos, but they rolled 6 successes, so it's hard to tell exactly what they're after. Yeah. You can tell the chaos, and the more rowdier this crowd gets, the better it is for them. It looks like they aren't concerned about breaking the masquerade at all.
Must be fucking nice. Alright, that's probably my turn.
Okay. We will go with Pagan next.
Oh, okay. Pagan is going to... Yep.
Sorry, I called it in the wrong order. Apologies, Pagan. I meant to actually call Tim first.
Oh boy.
For reasons unbeknownst. Tim.
Oh boy.
Yeah. You are crouching near one of the bar stools. Are you going towards the bar side or going towards the booth side? You're closer to the booths, but
probably whatever closer.
Okay. You go into this kind of booth area and are able to hunker down a little bit. Are you doing anything here?
Well, I'm trying to keep an eye on the people who brought me here, but I have such a vague idea of Masquerade, who the enemies are, what's happening, that I'm one, I don't want to do anything bad, and 2, I don't want to die. So I'm really trying to stay out of sight.
Yeah. Roll me a stealth. Just to see. We'll call this
let's see if I remember how to do that.
So it's a D12 for each dot. 1 hunger die. And that makes up one of the dots.
Okay, hold on.
Guys, it's been a while. What is a specialty? How does that work again?
I think you get a bonus
if you're making
die.
a skill check, sorry, go for it.
Oh, I think you get a bonus die if whatever you're doing involves your specialty.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yes.
So it's 1 hunger die and then 2, 1 other for every dot.
Yes.
So your total dice pool for the check is the sum of the attribute and the skill, and then you replace up to your hunger die. You must replace, I should say, up to your.
Oh,
hunger
okay.
dice of those
I have 2 stealth, so 1 is a hunger die, 1's a normal die.
And then you also are gonna add dexterity here.
Oh.
It's a
so that comes to
check.
4 dice total.
Yeah, it comes to 4
One
cards.
of
Okay,
which
cool,
is,
nice.
I believe, one. for hunger
One is a hunger.
It's a
One
hunger.
of which is a hunger.
Yeah, so
die.
just roll one of them off to the side. Count
Okay,
as your
yeah.
number one.
I have different colored die.
Colored
Okay.
dice, 'cause I'm fancy.
I also have different colored ones, but if you don't have different colored ones, you can just roll one off to the side.
Okay, so got 3 8s and 1 7, and one of the 8s is on my hunger die. I don't remember how the.
That's
go.
good.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
sick.
doesn't. Yeah.
It's not relevant unless it's a 1 or a 10.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, the
those
one isn't even
successes.
relevant unless you fail.
Well, yeah, but I'd say, like, if it's not a 1 or a 10, you don't even have to worry about anything.
John,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Well, to be honest with you, I only have one real skill, and that's shooting people. I don't think this is really a shooting fight yet, so... Is there something I can do with subterfuge, maybe perception-wise, to see if there's a second group or anybody else intervening into this little spat?
I will say if you want to use subterfuge, you could attempt to calm the crowd.
Okay.
Or if you wanted to use something like insight, you could attempt to try and figure out what they're planning.
See my stats. Yeah, I'll go with subterfuge.
Oh, right. Okay, we'll make this a manipulation subterfuge.
Okay, alright, so that is a pretty decent amount of dice.
John is very good at some things.
But hold on. So if you get an 8, what does that mean anything?
8's just a success.
Okay.
And you have 1 hunger dice. So 1 dice. Pick that as your
goes
hunger
off the
dice
side.
before you roll. And let me know if it's a 1 or a 10.
I'm remembering how this game works. I'm remembering. It's all
Okay,
goes
We're
back.
so
recording
I
this
have
weeks after last playing, so
5 successes, 2 fails, and my hunger dice was a 3.
you're good. All right. So with 5 successes, I'm going to roll on their end. Actually, I'll keep that. No, they will roll against it because, yeah, they will roll against it to try and keep this chaos. They do roll less dice than you. That one's cocked. They rolled 3 successes. You are able to, as you see them creating chaos and starting to create panic in here, hoping that whatever their goals are achieved, you see that what's the word for it? You are able to start calling out to people and start getting people out of there and kind of convincing them that this is either a show or an event, and you're able to at least quell some of it. So the crowd is less rowdy than it was before.
I did a thing. I think that's my turn.
Okay. Just before the other team goes, Kira, specifically because you were watching the battlefield, you notice that Pagan is running away towards the back room, not towards the fight that's happening closer to the front of the club. And now the enemies are gonna go. The first one is going to be this group of guys are going to all essentially try and attack. They are actively trying to break the masquerade here. And they're going to roll. We will call this a manipulation intimidation. We're gonna call this manipulation intimidation. Okay. They didn't. You see, as they go out, they start off by causing more people to bump into each other, attacking, actively hurting civilians. They are able to increase the chaos that's going on in this room. You can tell that this is going to be somewhat of a constant battle until either they are stopped or the civilians are all able to flee. Ellis, specifically the one that you are holding on to, is going to attempt they're gonna attempt a dexterity brawl against you.
Okay.
They're gonna try and use their dex to try and kick you off of them.
Do I roll to counter that at all?
Yeah, you roll to defend. We'll call this, you can either roll we'll call this either a dex brawl or a strength brawl check, depending on which one you want to go with.
I'll go dex brawl.
Okay. They rolled 2 successes.
I also have 2 successes.
All right. I will say they were able to get a swing on you, and you were able to get a swing on them. I'm going to say they are at 2 minor injuries, and we'll put you at 1.
Okay. So I just take 1 off of my health bar?
So the way health bars work, Mika, if you wouldn't mind explaining.
Okay, so we're kindred, which means we have the benefit of having 2 health bars. If you play video games, you can think of it as you have 1 health bar and 1 shield bar. Technically, this is aggravated and superficial health. Superficial damage will hit your superficial health and is halved. So if you take 4 superficial damage, you will knock 2 off of your health bar superficial meter. Aggravated damage completely skips superficial damage and just hits your quote-unquote actual health.
So how do
if you
I
have no superficial health remaining, it's still halved, but it just goes to your regular health.
How do I tell the difference between superficial and aggravated in the health bar?
The way that most people do it involves something you would do with a pencil. Personally, I just track the 2 of them separately. So I just have a number written down and then a separate number written down.
Okay, so should I?
So yeah, this would be this would be 1 superficial. Another way to do it on these sheets is there is selected with a square dot. There is solid white border. Oh no, these ones only have the 2. So yeah, just go with
I'm just gonna make a note. Superficial 1.
Yeah. I believe it. What is it? Is it 2 superficials equal 1 serious?
No, superficial is its own like separate health bar until it's empty, at which point superficial damage you take is still halved, but it just starts affecting your regular HP.
Okay. Yeah, so you took 1, they took 2 superficial.
Okay.
And one more roll.
You said that they tried to kick Ellis?
They tried to kick you like they were trying to kick you away, but you weren't letting them go.
Okay.
This was more of an attempt to hurt you while they tried to get you off of them.
So they're just wrestling on the ground right now.
Yeah, essentially. Now, this is a fun one. In this wrestle, I need Ellis and this other person are both going to make flat dexterity rolls right now.
Okay. With hunger dice?
With a hunger dice, yes.
Confirming. It's 1 success.
Okay. You take another point of superficial as the crowds are starting to push out and you partially get, like, kicked and hit and just, like, hit as all these bodies are trying to push out of a small space, which you are by. You are by the front doors. And that's going to be essentially the, like, layer action of this, combat.
Okay.
And we are going to start back on your guys' turns. You guys can go in whatever order. If you don't pick, I'll just start calling.
I'd like to go first if nobody has any,
Go ahead.
Go for it, man.
Okay. Sec. Why is that making smaller? Okay, no, never mind. Okay. I'm just reading something quickly.
Oh, good.
Okay, so I like to use Shadow Cast.
Okay. I love when abilities come up.
Let's see. 1 rouse check. So I don't have to roll for it, but I have to do a rouse check, correct? So
Yes.
trying to remember what to roll for the rouse check.
A rouse check is just a hunger die.
Just 100 die, okay.
Failure means you get hungrier and you still successfully use the skill. Success means you use it and you don't get hungry.
I rolled a 7, so we're
You're
fine.
Nothing happens.
Good, you use it and you don't get hungry.
Okay,
Yay.
so let me double check how many meters. Okay, so the shadow should extend 4 meters around me.
Okay.
Can I? Actually, no. I do want it to be 4 meters around me. And also, anyone standing in the shadow takes more willpower damage from social conflict.
All right.
If that's relevant to anything, which I feel like it might be.
It could be, depending on what actions you guys take.
So what I'd like to do is I'd like to drag this person, now that, like, nobody can see shit, all this confusion, into that back/side room we were in earlier.
So, that back/side room is you guys are at the front of the club. They're at the back. You could pull them into, like, the coat room, which would be a different side room, though. That one's closer. The other one's
if the coat room's closer, I will drag them in there.
All right. We will
Shut
make...
the door.
Just because you are physically moving a person, we're gonna make this opposing... We'll make this opposing strength, I think. I think this might be strength... Or what skill would you like to try and use to do this? And we'll see if that's...
I prefer dexterity, but it does make more sense to use strength.
All right, we will make this strength. They are also not a very strength-based person. No successes.
I also have no successes.
You are in this shadow, and you guys are just locked in there. No one is moving.
It's like 2 chihuahuas playing tug of war.
Well, the shadow extends for the rest of the scene, so
Yeah, so now there is like this darkness, so people can't peer in from the outside. You at least
And
have
people
once people
inside
get out.
can't see.
Can't really. They're like, why did it suddenly become so dark right by the door? Which I'm going to make another roll. Let's hope this is a high number. You're fine. It does not make the crowd any more upset.
That's kind of funny. The crowd's just like, you know, the soul's on real dark. That's fine.
There's someone had their throat slit. They're worried about other things. All right, who would like to go next?
I think Pagan will go then.
All right, Pagan.
So I tried to sneak around through the front, but where am I actually? I'm completely lost.
You went to like the back room area.
Okay, yeah. So yeah. So I'm trying to find Ellis and the person they were chasing.
Mhm.
So am I seeing like a cloud of darkness appear now?
You just see pitch black. You
Oh,
see
I'm in the darkness.
Are you?
No.
Yes.
Like,
Like in it or outside?
Pagan, you are on the other side of the room.
Yep.
And as you're looking outwards where Ellis and this other figure were, it is now just like pure darkness. Like if you're looking into essentially just like a vacuum of light. And your vision just stops. Like you don't know where they are anymore. Your vision
like that
goes 30
nylon
feet
black.
and then stops. Yeah, it's like nylon black. It's like perfect black.
Okay. Pagan is going to look at the wall of darkness. He's going to nod. And then he's going to walk the other direction and go out the front door.
That would be the back door. That is blocking the front door right now. You have to go through it to get out the front.
Okay, wait. So the crowds of people. Wait, this darkness is in the front door or is it on the back door?
Yeah,
So-
we're by the front door.
It's by the
so-
front door.
Yeah, all the crowds have to run past them. That's why they're being hit each round by a bunch of people trying to get out.
Okay, got it. All right, so then, let me rephrase that. Pagan is going to look at the wall of darkness. He's going to nod a second time, realizing that the back door is not the front door, and then he's going to go to the back door.
All right, you just
That's
turn
so
around
real.
and walk out. Just like, no, bye guys, and leave.
Pagan's like, I've seen the end. My work here is done.
It's fine, they haven't. No, it's good.
And with Pagan turning around, I guess, who wants to go next?
Does the darkness make it harder to see the fellas in question?
The
You cannot
fellas,
see anything.
the guys you're talking about, like the other group of
Yeah.
people, not her.
Yes.
So
The hostage.
Ellis and the woman you can't see. Those guys though, I will say about half of them are not in that darkness. They're outside of that range. So you can still see about 4 of them.
Let me just explain, like, so clear for everybody. If
Yeah.
you're inside the cloud, you can't see anything. You can't see anybody else in there. You can't see yourself. You can't see anything. If you're outside, you can't see anything that's going on inside. And this is a kind of darkness that even, like, light and fire cannot penetrate.
So one of the people not in the shadow.
There are 4 people not in the shadow, and
Is
there
the
is
DJ
about-
booth elevated relative to the ground? I'm assuming yes.
So, just to describe this place, the DJ booth is elevated. It's up on like maybe like a 5 or not a 5 foot, like a 4 foot stage.
As it should.
Then it drops down into like a pit dance floor area that's like 2 feet lower than the sides where they are standing. So you're roughly about like 4 feet above them, and roughly about 6 feet above anyone who would actually be like in your way.
So what you're saying is someone with a shooting skill as high as Kira's can absolutely get a clean shot at them from here.
Yes. I will say
Just don't miss.
the only worry is
May
less
not
about
be
the clean
civilian
shot
casualties.
is also about the fact that the moment you fire this, everyone will know you have fired a gun.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna fire it. I'm mostly just gonna essentially watch. And then, if possible, there is not a system for this in V5, but you DM D&D sometimes, you would recognize this as a readied action.
Yes,
and if
I will let you
I'm
ready it.
literally, like, aim is trained, no trigger discipline, finger is on the trigger, and I am ready to fire the moment it is necessary.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna concentrate on holding that angle, essentially. And that's how I'm gonna spend my turn.
All right. I want you to tell me if I say anything that makes you think it should be triggered. Just say it, okay?
I'm just gonna say fire.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's go.
This is such a good Cheslov gun. This is awesome.
Tim is actively writing a
just
book
gun.
while this is happening.
He's taking
Guys,
notes,
I gotta
like,
get this on my
ooh,
Wattpad.
ooh. He's taking a note. Like,
What the
"Ooh, my
F,
God,
bro?
Hot Topic lady has a gun.
Tim writes
Tim-
fanfic confirmed.
And then
Tim
the
has a
hot,
Tumblr.
and then the
Let's be
hot
real. Who
topic
the F
lady.
uses Wattpad?
Tim on
and
his
then they
Tumblr.
kiss.
Pulls gun.
And then the hot,
Where get
the
gun.
hot topic lady, and then they kiss.
What?
What are you doing, Tim?
And then they.
I'm hiding under a table,
Okay.
and it just keeps getting crazier. There's a black eldritch cloud just by the front door. Pagan has effing left. Like, there's a gun being trained on some guys at a booth, and I'm just hoping that no one has seen me.
Speaking of seeing
Like-
somebody, where is
like,
this
I-
Tim?
John,
Oh,
would you
good
like
God.
to roll to look for Tim?
Yes, I
am
can't
hiding.
shoot these people, and I know that they're not participating in the fight.
Roll me a. This is
I
some
want to make
sort
it clear.
of vision
I don't.
check.
I don't want anyone to see me. Like I'm not trying to make it obvious to. I don't want him to see me either. I
Well,
don't
we'll
want to
call
be
it-
here.
What did you? How many successes did you have last time, Tim? Was it 3?
They were all 8. So and there was
But
4
how
of
many
them.
did you? There was 4. Okay, 4 successes.
Yeah.
John, I guess roll me like an intelligence investigation, or like a insight.
Intelligence insight. Okay.
To try and see if you can locate Tim, or like see what Tim might be thinking or would have done in this scenario.
I'm just dumb.
Okay.
Episodes.
1 second. Doot, 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 doot. Two successes, 2 fails.
You do not know where Tim is.
Well, I'm going to include this in my report. I'll just keep holding my action if this goes hot, so I can actually, I don't know, shoot one of
Okay.
these bastards.
We'll also say you are holding your gun, your attack.
Yeah.
Same thing as Kira. Just say fire when you're gonna commit to it.
Okay.
They are going to go now. In this darkness, the person in front of you is going to attempt. They are going to attempt to do something.
Sorry, in front of who?
The person you are grappling with. They're
Okay.
trying to do something.
You didn't say who.
Sorry, yes. Your 100% stalemate fight. It seems to be the first thing that's happening each round. They're going to attempt to escape from your grasp and just kind of run. So they're going to roll. We're gonna go with opposing dexterity here. We're gonna go with opposing dexterity. We'll go with dexterity brawl again.
Okay.
Actually, there. Yeah, we'll go with opposing dexterity brawl again.
I rolled a 10 on my hunger dice, and I have 2 successes.
They only rolled 2 successes. So.
But that counts as a critical success?
Yes. Well, it's kind of a weird tie. Technically, you got the upper hand here.
That's all that matters.
You are able to just... Here's the way I'll put what happens here. You are able to assert your vampiric powers over them because their vampiric powers are not as strong as yours.
Bigger pool wins.
Yeah, and you are able to assert your will against them. As they are not able to shake you off, no matter how hard they try and struggle. And yeah, you win here.
Okay. Can I now drag him off to the coat closet?
on your turn.
Okay, right, yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Roll another dexterity check. 1 success for them.
2 successes.
You don't take any points of superficial damage from people rushing through the darkness. And the 4 guys who are in the darkness are each gonna roll to see if they don't run directly into a wall. Okay, 1 doesn't. Okay. Kira, you see 2 run back out of the darkness. And I'm gonna say John and Ellis, you hear you hear the sound of 2 people run heavy into a wall. And go,
Nice.
as they did get lost in your darkness. And then we are going to, the other 4 guys are going to do their actions to attack more civilians. For each success they get, things get worse. 1 failure. 2 failures. 1 success. Alright, they only got 1 success, but they were able to hurt another civilian or hurt a couple more civilians and halt their progress of getting out there. So the room is still pretty packly densed. You guys will still be dealing with rolls to move through and rolls if you're in central spaces of being hit by bodies.
Did you say packly dense instead of densely packed?
I did, absolutely. Densely packed.
We're not editing that out. We're leaving that in. We're putting that
No,
in.
that's I don't edit anything. It's not
Caught in
That
1080p.
just
Caught in 1080p.
sounded so funny.
packly dense. It was a very packly dense
Man.
area.
Don't you know? Ninjor has drain damage.
Wow.
Guys, it's been a long week.
That was a crazy sentence.
Ninja has drained damage.
Just drain damage. Okay.
Stop.
We are going to start off back at the top again of your guys' turns. What would you like to do?
I am dragging them to the coat closet. For not gay reasons.
You drag them to the coat closet for questionably gay reasons. Roll strength.
No, for not gay reasons.
They failed.
Oh, do I have to roll another dex?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 10 on the hunger dice.
Okay. You
That
succeed
3 successes.
on the strength.
I just rolled Dex.
Oh, well, you're dragging them, right? You're physically moving them?
Oh, okay, you want me Dex and Strength?
Oh, no, it's just strength if you're physically moving them.
Oh, okay, well I rolled the wrong thing then. You said Dex.
Sorry. They failed on their strength roll to not be moved.
Okay, well I got 1 success. So.
Okay, you are able to move them, and the darkness moves with... Does the darkness move with you, or does it stay?
It doesn't stay in the thing, but I do know how it works, so I'm like 99% sure that the cloud would move with me.
Okay, we'll say it does. You grab them by the front of their shirt and essentially drive them into the wall in the closet. You are off to the side now, so you will no longer being hit by people. But the darkness does move, and people are seeing this darkness cloud move. They are going to roll. No, that's a success. It does not increase the panic.
So funny.
I don't know how, but it doesn't somehow. They're all dead. Can't tell. All right, who wants to go next?
That's so useless. Okay. John has decided that he can't just sit by. He's gonna try and join the melee.
All right. Are you rolling?
I think I'm rolling to get past the crowd, aren't I?
You are rolling.
What is that? Strength or Dex?
You are rolling. I'll let you decide. It can either be strength or dex, depending on how you're fighting.
Well, John's definitely not going to be fighting with pure strength. So, go with Dex. That is 2 successes, 1 fail.
2 successes,
Move.
1 fail. To move or to attack?
Just to physically get there. I mean, to attack, I would have. I only have a handgun, and you know.
Yeah, I'll say you were able to move through. Actually, let me roll for the crowd. They, in theory, could beat you.
Beat the shit out of John.
You're good. You make it through. You were able to push through the bodies.
Excuse me, out of the way. Especially you. Alright, so now can I attack, or have I used up my action? Okay.
You can attack.
Alright. 1 success, 2 fails.
1 success, 2 fails. They're gonna roll to defend. You pistol whip them. You straight up pistol whip. They rolled all failures. You do a superficial damage, or 2 superficial, as you just pistol whip them across the jaw. Okay. Now, let's, Tim, how you feeling?
Well, no one's seen me, so, like, okay. You know, like, I mean, like, you know, like, I'm feeling like my hiding spot is pretty good.
It is.
Yep.
All right, Tim's still hiding. Tim ran.
What the F am I gonna do?
Part of this fight. That is fair. Kira, are you still keeping an eye on the people you can see?
Yes, with the minor caveat
Yes.
that I am going to pop 2 disciplines this turn. We're getting saucy. One of them is heightened senses,
Oh.
specifically and exclusively sight. Cranking my hearing is a very bad idea in a nightclub.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then that's free. The other one I'm gonna pop is I'm gonna be using Unseen Passage because I don't have Cloak of Shadows, but I'll be using it like Cloak of Shadows and just holding position. Rouse check succeeds.
Okay. Could you describe for the audience what this does?
So Unseen Passage is quote unquote invisibility. Technically, I am still perfectly visible. I'm just using my gifts as a Canite to influence the minds of people around me to just ignore the fact that I exist. Like, they could look at me and their mind would just kind of completely gloss over the space in which I exist.
Okay. Good to know. You obfuscate yourself and disappear into your position. We will here go with the other people's rounds now. We will start off I guess with the totally platonic people in the side room. Ellis, what are you doing here, grappling with this woman?
Hey.
So Ellis like throws her up against the wall, and
Okay.
This is not helping.
Ninja
Elevations.
sees
Yeah. It's only making
Okay.
it worse.
The kiss we had on
Okay.
Tony's birthday is not helping the allegations.
you guys are not helping me.
Okay, no, go on.
Yeah, go on.
Tell us more.
Slay.
Stop making Ninja.
No, what do you mean? Tell us.
So you pin them against the wall, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
You took him to a closet and you pinned him against the wall.
Yeah. Your hand above him.
Whoa there, Carter. Watch your position there.
Whoa!
Only gets more risque from here. Shit.
Are you going like
Concentration.
side of the arm up to like holding them against the wall?
Oh my.
Side of
Like
the arm
anybody-
across the throat.
Okay.
Whoa.
And where are your legs?
Okay.
Between theirs.
Okay.
Guys, this is why we would all lose in a real fight.
That's got to be the name of this episode when it goes up on YouTube. It's not helping the allegations.
That's crazy.
I am like lost all train of thought here. Thanks, guys.
I'm
Skill
so
issue.
sorry.
Skill
God
issue.
damn help.
Ninja,
So you
just to
pull him
confirm,
into a
because it's been a
closet.
little bit since
Yes.
our first 2 sessions. This woman is the person that we saw in the footage who took the book.
You think it could be. Like she looks similar to the person there.
Okay,
But
so
that footage was very
Alice's
grainy, so it
mind-
wasn't clear. Yes.
Alice is pretty sure this is the person.
Yes.
Okay. Who are you?
That is something you could very much infer.
And where's the book?
Are you rolling anything here, or do you want this to purely just be RP?
This is purely RP.
Okay.
The thing is, like, the woman can't see her. Like, this voice
Yeah,
is coming out of the darkness.
just in the darkness. I'm not telling you. Or just a lot more anger in their voice, just like, I'm not telling you anything. We're going to win, we're going to get away, and you're never going to find that book.
Who's we?
Can you see in the darkness?
I can see. I can see perfectly well in my own.
has a very vivid, she has a very active expression on her face of she fucked up, by saying the words we. And she isn't going to say anything more here. Yeah.
Well, if you're not gonna talk, I guess, you know, we'll just leave you tied up outside until the sun rises.
I'm not afraid of the sun like you, Bunch.
Interesting.
Ellis, while you're this close, do you want to roll me an occult check?
Sure.
We'll go intelligence occult.
Intelligent occult. Okay.
Either occult or medicine, I think would also.
Do I get to use any of my specialties?
Your specialties. I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I don't think it technically falls underneath that.
No, okay, well, sure. That is 4 successes.
4 successes. Do you sense that now that you have them, you're pinned, this isn't like you aren't as actively struggling against them? This person is a Canaanite, but they are thin blood is too strong of a word to almost describe them. They are incredibly weak when it comes to the vampiric side of them. And you can sense that with them. Like they have been turned, but they are a very new generation of thin blood. And there is a lot of anger in them. You can probably perceive to some extent about that.
Is there anything notable about like the clothes that they're wearing?
It just looks like normal clothes.
Just normal street clothes.
Just there's nothing identifying them, which is an important note. None of these people looked like they were any more together than any group of people in a nightclub. They just looked
your
like
very regular street clothes, nothing identified. Okay.
And this is how you notice. Now you notice why you didn't immediately clock them when you came in, was because their thin blood makes them so hard to detect that unless you are right next to them, they don't appear as having any traits of the vampiric side.
Let's move on to the next person for right now.
All right.
Question.
Next. Yes, John.
If I'm pistol whipping them, can I use the firearm skill?
I think that's only for shooting the weapon.
But,
I'm gonna say that's only for shooting. I'm gonna say that's only for shooting. I appreciate the hustle, though. I
feel
really
like
do.
What you want to do is like strength and dexterity or something along those lines. Melee?
I think that would be a melee.
Have any melee?
John is very specialized. We are going to go. Yeah, I'm gonna just say it can be dex or strength, but firearms is just for shooting it.
Fine, I'll go because my action's
not even
pretty
just
simple.
for shooting. I just did a raw check. Pistol whipping someone would be a melee weapon as opposed to a firearm.
Yeah.
As far as the skill is concerned.
Well, I will pistol whip using dexterity. Ooh, 3 passes.
Based.
All right, they will roll essentially an attempt to dodge. I'll call this brawl.
Just bludgeoning this person with a pistol.
They only rolled 1 success. So you, once again, just hit him hard in the temple. You just kind of like... You're grabbing them by their collar and just like swinging it into their temple using like the butt of the pistol. They take 2 more superficial. Next up, Kira, are you sticking with the same plan? Still obfuscated?
Yeah.
All right, and Tim's still hidden. We're gonna roll.
Yep.
Just for fun, just to see if anyone notices Tim.
Surely not.
No one notices Tim. Tim is still hidden.
Let's go.
What will happen now, though, is it's going to be the quote-unquote layer action. I need another dex check from John.
Pathetic. Who passes? 1 failed.
Yes, okay, you pass. Actually, no, at the current level. You take 1 superficial as someone running past you in the chaos elbows you in the side. It doesn't even hurt that bad. It's more the fact that it just, like, briefly for a moment upsets your balance. Like, it's the sudden sensation of something happening to your body.
I am pistol whipping somebody here.
So that was the crowd. And there, does anyone have anything else they want to... no, that would be everyone. So we're gonna go with their turn. John, the guy you were pistol whipping, can you roll me a dexterity check to try and dodge him hitting you?
Yes.
Dexterity brawl, we'll call it.
3 passes.
All right, you fully dodge. You see this man pulls a beer bottle off the table and goes to stab at you, and you just fully see it coming and just hit him in the wrist, and he drops it to the ground. The 3 other guys are going to go and try and cause more chaos. All right. Kira and John, as both of you are the most experienced, you guys know that if they have 1 more successful round of their, like, chaos, it's going to be very, very bad. Unless something is done to either mitigate or reverse what they are doing. You have a feeling that the remaining people in here, which is about your best guess, probably 150 people, will most likely the masquerade will break in front of them. They have succeeded on enough checks.
150 people would taste like.
Very good.
Am I within, like, reasonable earshot of John?
I will say you can call out.
John! You want a distraction or you want Russian stealth?
Russian stealth.
Question: does Bacon also know that the masquerade is breaking? Oh, whoops, sorry.
No, Pagan, you're not not there. You wouldn't know what's happening.
I actually just up and left. All right, good luck, guys.
He's out.
All right, we're gonna beat the shit out of Pagan.
I am gonna shout back at John. Catch the door! I have plan!
All right, John follows his orders.
You're going for the door?
I'm going to put my firearm out of sight, drop unseen passage, and pop off. This is my DJ stand. I own this shit, and they are going to pay attention to me and only me.
I love it. I love it. Roll whatever check you think is appropriate for this.
Charisma performance.
For each success, the counter goes down by 1.
But because I'm using the DJ stand with
Yes.
some, not necessarily music yet, but some fun little turntable-y action to start building up to something, to give them something to pay attention to besides my astonishingly good looks. I'm adding performance, musical to this.
Okay.
My
100%.
maximum dice pool is... How many successes can I get my little grubby little hands on?
Surely all of them.
What's up?
Said surely all of them.
Not super far off.
Let's go.
7 successes
All right. You
Oh my goodness.
on an
you
8 dice pool.
cut the counter in half. The counter was at 12.
Oh, I thought you
Now
meant like
it
the
is-
tabletop, and I was like, huh.
No. There,
My
you know,
performance.
they had 12 points built up. If they went over to 13, that would have been very bad. You knock it back down to 5.
Lit.
You are able
I like
to
to think that I just like peeled off the trench coat and had like give off the vibes of like, yeah, this is their day off, but they decided to do a show in their fucking PJs type shit.
you pull out your marshmallow helmet. The whole time. No. And you just start going at it, and you're able to distract enough people from what's going on with the use of music and lights to make it so that the people who are actively breaking the masquerade are harder to see and are taking away some of the like chaos and fear that they had created. Yes, very, very good turn. John.
I was
John
told to
pushed
get
a
the
whip
door.
at you. Oh yeah, you were going for the door. So that's the end. Yeah, that was the end of their turn.
You said
So-
Russian stealth. We're going Russian stealth.
So yeah, Kira, John, Ellis, Tim, and Pagan.
Are
Please feel
fast
free
playing?
to.
Hold up, you do know what I mean by Russian stealth, right, Phoenix?
What, being as loud as physically possible?
No.
No one's
shooting
left
up
to
the
see
place.
it.
Nobody can report the crime if there's no living witnesses.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I literally just asked you in a room of 100
you mean a
people.
Russian investigation? My bad. My bad.
Yeah. You said Russian stealth, and I was like, this is about to get really dark.
Very
We're
violent.
about to massacre 100 people.
I will also
They
say,
should have left.
Kira doesn't worry about this. John, you would know. Siegfried would be pissed.
What, if the
Yeah.
masquerade's broken?
He would be pissed not only if the
If
masquerade's
100
broken,
people went
if-
missing.
Siegfried does not like people dying in his city by unnatural causes.
Yeah, Kira's doing big distractions either way, but
Yeah.
Look, if
So-
anything, this whole thing is Pagan's fault.
Pagan would
We
have to
would've been such a
disagree.
goddamn distraction. We would have solved this like 2 minutes earlier. Probably have arrested all of them.
Well, you know, Pagan has his own. Wait, Pagan's not here. Who are you talking to?
That's why it's his fault.
Yeah.
Myself, I'm blaming you in my head.
It's very
Getting
easy
ready
to
to-
blame Pegam when he's not there. That's
your pick,
exactly why
buddy.
we're blaming Pagan. So John, you are going towards the door.
Yes.
Are you blocking it? Are you closing it? Are you trying to help people out? What exactly are you doing?
Well, the idea is to get them out, right? I try and hold that door as open as possible.
All right. I want you to roll a... Let's go with another charisma subterfuge check to try and get
my.
people through that door.
Everybody, get the fuck out!
leave.
Alright, 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, that is 7 successes, 2 failures.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm going to say you are able to help a lot of people out. 7 successes. I will say there is only about... I'm going to say you got about 100 people out. There's only about 50 people left in the club. Which means you guys will no longer have to worry about being trampled each round. So that's good.
Well, they're so fucked when we can shoot them.
Yeah. People are flooding out of the club. Ellis, are you doing anything with your scenario?
I'm assuming there are only coats in this closet here.
That you can see?
I wouldn't happen to have any rope on me, would I? I don't think I would.
You could get like a trench coat, like sash. Or like there are some like belts, like coats with like belts there that you could take.
You know what? Yeah,
But
let's
like
find a coat belt
Okay.
or something. Use as a makeshift rope to at least tie up their hands.
Roll. I guess. What would I call this? I guess dexterity. Maybe survival? Or, yeah, maybe survival feels right. Unless you have another specific skill you were going for.
I can't find survival. There it is. Well, I don't have any dots in survival, so it's just dex.
I just straight up rolled a d12, and I don't know what I'm doing.
Whoa, what?
Okay, out of, okay.
Well, I don't have any successes.
They got 1 success. So as you go to start tying up their hands, they break out and push against you. They don't know where they're running. I'm gonna roll a d4. If they roll a 1 or a 2, they go into a wall. If they roll a 3 or a 4, they make it a distance away. I rolled a 3. So they are pushed past you and run over top of you towards the exit of the room. They still can't see, and they don't make it outside, but they are no longer, like, directly engaged in a grapple with you anymore.
Okay. Can I make an attempt to try and grab them again, or is, like, turn over?
I'll allow you to make another attempt just to, like, slow them down, essentially, to, like, still be in a grapple with them.
Okay.
So we'll make this another straight dex.
Straight dex, okay. That's 1 success.
They rolled no successes. So you grab them and you are back to where you were before.
Okay.
This fight is
well,
just
no
its
one's
own
coming
thing
to help
going
me
on.
here, so
Yeah.
it's just
And at the end of your turn, these people are going to, seeing what's happening, they are going to run after John to attempt to shut the doors. So John, you can roll whatever you think is appropriate to try and stop them.
Is it
They're going to roll.
Dr. Freeman?
They're going to roll strength. There are 4 of them.
Oh god.
Doing this, but they also do not have very high strength.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Can I roll intimidation charisma to try and scare them off?
Yeah, you know what? Sure. This seems fun. I could fully see that.
Alright, let's see how it goes. That is 4 successes, 2 fails.
They only rolled 2 successes. So as they run up, you see 2 of them hit the door, and you just... What do you say to them as they attempt to try and close it?
Which one of you wants to see the sun first?
You say that, pistol at the ready towards them, and you just see the 2 with their hands on the doors like shudder for a moment. Two didn't even go for it. Two were just like, they're at least this round too stunned to try and do it.
Oh yeah.
And then, oh yeah, what about those two guys who are still in darkness? They run into a wall. Again.
How the fuck do you do that?
They get one dice. These guys are not strong.
Just do a 180.
They did a 180 and tripped. They fell onto the floor.
God. That's where I pull out my spin move.
So, back to your guys' turns again. Their turn was... Oh no, she is going to go. She is going to attempt to push Ellis back in, or like deeper into the closet to get out. They rolled and had 2 successes. If you want to roll opposing whatever you think for this, probably Dex.
Yeah, I'll roll opposing Dex. That's 2 successes.
You guys are locked in combat.
Again. Oh boy.
Again. Every turn. Oh man. Alright. So, as this is happening, I'm going to say, Kira, make one more roll to see if you can get the last of the people out.
What kind of roll do you want me to make?
I will say this could be either a... This could be like a persuasion performance. Or sorry, not a like a manipulation performance.
I'll take those odds. They're not great, but I'll take them. They're just mortals.
They are just mortals.
Oh.
Guys, I need you to understand, mortals have like 1 dice.
Stupid mortals. What are you even doing?
We have a problem.
Like
0 successes, bestial failure.
Uh-oh.
So you start playing like the most rage screamo music by accident, and it really starts getting in your head. What do you think is happening with Kira as they not only mess up their track, but just get so in the bestial mind?
I think with Kira's skill, it's almost certainly muscle memory enough that it's still recognizable as music. It still follows a tempo. It still has a time signature, and it still has most of the hallmarks you would expect of Kira's tracks. But what you expect from one of her tracks is groovy, ambient, the kind of shit that you can either bust a dance move to or bang your fucking head to. But this is not anything like what she normally does, right? Yeah, there's a time signature. It's probably like 1731, right? Like, yeah, there's a tempo. It's probably 300. There's a melody. Is it in a key? There's a melody.
On
chord
a
progression? More like chord regression.
on
You're
that level
describing
of
every
failure.
Will Wood song ever.
Yes. On that level of failure, I'm going to say it the chaos dice, as I am calling them, goes back up. We're gonna call that 4 ticks. As there is no other way to describe what happened other than a hate crime against anyone who can hear. As just a pure cacophony. People are more chaotic, but a lot of people do leave. So that's something. John, can you roll me another persuasion?
Or another Riz check? Got you.
Yeah, another one to get people out of there.
Alright, John just... Alright, I rolled John's Riz check. Let me... 1 second. So 4 is a fail, right?
Yes.
Okay, good, okay.
I
Yeah,
like
so
to
that
believe-
is in fact, 7 successes. Oh no, 6 successes, 3 failures.
6 successes. You are able to help the remaining people out of the room. The people who are left in this room are kindreds.
So John's
they are
gonna
just people of the masquerade.
now come back in, close the door, and lock it behind him.
John, roll me a quick perception check.
Perception?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me... Sorry, is it called perception?
No. We'll say awareness.
Awareness. Okay, sorry.
Like int awareness or wits awareness. No, int awareness. We'll call it.
Okay. 2 successes, 1 fail.
You barely outside catch just like outside of the door you see people running out, you see big crowds being like pushed out of the club, and you barely think you see Pagan out there, but it's like hard to tell through all the crowds.
You know what? I'm okay with this.
All right. And yeah, now a real fight can start. There are no civilians here. Everyone here is a kindred. So, in the new, we'll start off with Ellis in the, you don't have to worry about the masquerade right now.
Okay. But, like, I know that everybody's, like, left. Basically, like, all the civilians have left.
You hear the only people who left here by the sounds of it are the people fighting.
Okay. Well, my goal right now is just to not lose this woman. That's my one goal right now.
Okay. Then do you want to attempt to like tie her up again, or just like hold her for the meantime?
Try to tie her hands up again. The dex.
Yes, this is going to be a dex.
I got 1 success.
She got 2 successes to attempt to not get tied up. So she once again breaks the like thing holding, like she's not letting you grapple her. She seems to be slippery. This is another dexterous kind of stealthy person.
It is a unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Yeah, literally. In big macro setting, the guys are the 4 people out there are going to all rush John. John, they're all going to make attacks against you.
Go ahead, cowards.
1 success. You can roll to defend against 4 separate attacks.
Oh, that's my bad.
Dex, 2 successes.
4 separate times?
4 separate times. This would be like Dex and Brawl.
Dex and Brawl. Okay.
Yes.
No. Nothing in brawl. Are you ready for the results?
Yes.
I have 1 success, 2 fails for the first one, 2 success, 1 fail for the second one, 2 success, 1 fail for the third one, 1 success, 2 fails for the fourth.
You managed to tie their number of successes every single time. That is incredible. Okay, you do not get hit, even with all 4 of these guys going after you. You are able to weave and dodge them as they are swinging at you. These guys only make up for their lack of skill with their amount of numbers. And it seems that even isn't enough against someone who is as well trained and as well seasoned as John. Kira. Civilians aren't here. You were up at your DJ booth. What would you like to do?
I start blasting.
Finally.
John, you see these people in front of you just like panting and you roll to hit Kira.
Would you call this... I think I could apply wits to this. Wits or resolve.
To shoot them? Yeah. If you were going for a kill shot, no. If you were going for a, like, maiming shot, sure.
What would you call for a kill shot?
A kill shot, I'm calling Dex.
I'll take those odds.
Remember the last time you said that?
1, 2, 3, 4. Burst. Nada. 5 successes.
You, John, see one of them standing there, and you hear a loud noise, and then you see them just fall, and a body there, and then their body, and Kira, you note this as well, much slower than a normal kindred, turn to dust. Not like mist, not like decorporated, like they are dusting.
Can John go?
John, yes, actually this would be a turn for John to go.
John would like to take out his suppressed engraved pistol and just point blank shoot one of them right in the face.
Roll firearms, roll dex firearms. Yeah, Kira, you fully annihilated one. Just like gone.
I think you gentlemen don't understand how truly fucked you truly are.
A thin blood's not gonna eat fucking 8+ margin superficial damage. Like
4 success, 2 fail.
4 success. Let's roll their ability. Try and
just before you do any flavor text, John does he puts like his other hand in front of his face to keep blood from splattering on it.
You see.
That's so classy.
Actually, Tim, I will say, we're looking at Tim's perspective. You see from the DJ stand a bullet whiz, hit someone, drop, and someone starts slowly turning to dust. You see, seeing that, John smile, put one hand over his face, the other hand out, and shoot this guy point blank. He eats a bullet to the face. This was a guy who was previously trampled, and he also, same thing, drops and very slowly starts dusting.
Pulls up the Swiffer duster, starts dusting.
Go on, call
Pulls
the
out
Roomba.
little like shop vac. Vampire's worst enemy, a Roomba.
That's crazy.
That's
That's
crazy.
like an elder vampire, you know, he sees a Roomba for the first time, like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, it's to clean away when the guys get, you know, all dusty. What? Yes. Ellis, you hear the sounds of gunshots.
Yeah, oh. It's getting
Shit.
loud out there.
Yeah. Shit.
Well, you hear
Well,
one sound of a gun. Well, you would hear something from a suppressed firearm, but you hear noise.
Wait, is it my turn again?
Yes.
Is it? Okay. Well, I am going to make another dex roll for another attempt to fucking grapple this woman.
Roll.
One success.
One success. All right, she's gonna roll her 2 dice.
Both of us rolling 2 dice every time.
Okay, she's rolled 1 success. She's rolled 1 success.
Well,
You're in a stalemate.
I don't know. And people on the outside just see like the black cloud kind of like moving around.
You just see a black cloud moving ever so like small. It's just kind of like wiggling almost. Tim, are you doing anything with this sudden change in violence? Or are you just staying down?
I like this has made me more like wanting to stay under this effing table, and I'm kind of like regretting not like following Pagan, like, cause like I'm just like I saw that guy move and I was like, oh, I can't beat the crowd. I'll be okay here. These guys seem like they're really experienced, and then they started shooting people in the face, and I'm like, oh boy, all right, I'm in danger.
They're
I feel more in danger now. I feel
We're
more in
quite
danger
experienced for shooting people in the face.
now. Yeah, well, I feel more in danger now than I did like 5 minutes ago.
Well, you should. You should.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring this combat to an end here. I think we're at our natural point here. You guys have beaten it. You guys are
surrender?
able. I'm going to say you're able to either waste them or capture them at this point. When you go outside, you do also see a very panting Pagan.
John just shakes his head at him.
So I've
You know what?
successfully.
To be honest with you, I think this is the best thing you could have done.
So,
Still a
Hold on a
fucking
second.
dick move, though.
hold up a second. I didn't catch my
Oh,
non-existent
Ellis,
breath.
out from the closet, how was it?
It's out of character, Ninja, that I finally managed to,
Yes, I will say you
Okay.
managed to finally capture them.
Ellis looks fairly, beaten up. There is, is it blood dripping down one of her arms? I'm gonna also say that I've, made the cloud of shadow disappear, but, and like when I forgot to mention this earlier, but when the cloud did appear, it seemed to come out of the wounds on her arms, and as it disappears, it kind of like goes back into the wound on her arm. She's has this other woman, her hands tied behind her back, and she's holding her by like the back of her like jacket or shirt or whatever
Okay.
very tightly. She looks like
You
a
have
little
her
bit
like
manic.
held.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she looks a little manic. Like her hair is kind of like all over the place. Blood. Fairly beaten up. She doesn't say anything.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys regroup after this combat, is there anything you guys would like to particularly do now that you're in the scenario you're in?
I would like to question any surviving grunts.
I'm gonna push the woman towards John.
John, you see Ellis essentially push towards you. They're like prey, the person they've been fighting with this entire rumble in the nightclub, this ballroom blitz, as you will.
Fun.
And yeah, I'll say you are able to get them to a point. Anyone here can do anything particular. So we have interrogation. Tim, are you still crying under a table?
I wasn't crying under the table. I am but I do get out from under the table, and it's a booth, right?
Yeah, it's a booth. It's a booth.
Yeah, I sit at the booth and head on the table, facing away from the carnage, kind of hoping that at some point someone is going to tell us, like, hey, it's time to go.
Just a prank, bro.
You feel a, like, glass set down on the table next to you.
Oh, good.
And you see this older woman, maybe in her 40s, clearly another kindred, most likely the owner of this place. Kira, what the happened?
Oh boy.
Some people decided it would be a funny fucking prank to try and breach the masquerade in a room full of 150 goddamn people.
It was 300 tonight. Our numbers are good.
Were.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
Yeah,
realize
we're
he was
good.
pulling in those kinds of numbers.
Yeah, he
You know how
is.
Siegfried gets. Would you rather lose your business tonight or have this entire place and you shut down for breaking the masquerade to a crowd of 300 people?
All right. All
Siegfried
right.
wouldn't be understanding. He would have our heads.
Fine. And
I'm not happy about it either. You know how this is gonna look for me? For you? For the
Just-
place?
fuck, give me a minute. And they send out an alert, essentially, and you guys, I'm gonna say Kira, you would know what they're doing. They are retroactively making filming notices and trying to pretend that this was a film set and that this was and trying to use the illusion and the help of the masquerade to pretend like this was all an act, and stunt actors and everything. And you see them go to work on that. Yeah, but Tim,
fucking damn it.
They leave next to what appears to be a glass of what you assume is blood, and a note that says it's better to hide.
Epic. You know what's really funny? I feel like Tim would be simultaneously like not gonna faint at the sight of blood, like Tim's not like that, but like nauseous that all of this like violence happened very quickly. But then also be like, okay, yeah, but this glass of blood does actually look pretty good right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like simultaneously very nauseous that there's like a bunch of carnage around, but then also
Bloody.
it's like, blood in a glass looks okay. Blood on the floor looks like really bad.
To be fair, same thing can be said about most things in a glass.
That's true.
Would you rather your
Drinks it like it's an effing sippy cup.
The blood sippy cup.
No, like, you know, like how like people
For the
like hold
baby
like
lamps.
2 hands and then like drink out of it like it's a hot chocolate or something like that. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Tim
Worst
is
experience of my life.
Tim is calming down in the corner, as you can barely notice. I imagine John, Kira, and Ellis like essentially setting up a small interrogation chair.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, surely this will go well.
Pagan is just
Yes,
going
yes.
to, as they
Put
are
the
setting it
UV
up,
light right there.
slowly, just sneak up behind them and be like, Oh, good job, team. Good job, team. We did it. Let's go.
John just slowly
Me?
turns around.
V?
So good.
Do you want me to report how useless and, frankly, the level of interference you have been?
I would not say I interfered, but rather more,
Distracted. You're right. Yes, you didn't interfere. You just distracted us
Whoa,
from our actual
whoa, whoa, whoa.
job.
You
my
wanna see
job
what
is
the
to be
description looks like? Look what that is.
a closeted technocrat. Okay, I'm using that word correctly. Don't question me about it.
No.
Closeted.
No, you're not.
technocrat.
But
Tim,
okay.
Tim, shh. Tim, don't say it. These people are too stupid to know.
Allison's also
Too
gonna turn around
stupid.
after finding
You're too
the-
stupid to orate that.
Oh, but I did find out one thing. So I don't know who saw me, but I walked back into the club extremely exhausted. And that's because I was chasing the person with the book.
Where are you now?
Yeah, well, I mean, I just figured that since nobody knew
Did
where the book
you
was going,
Produce
we probably should.
anything of value with your efforts?
Yes! I almost catch them.
I said of value, not almost value.
See, I'm very unlikely to believe you here.
I saw
I'm
where
pretty
they went,
sure
I think.
That person is sitting in this chair right here.
Then where's the book?
I don't know. We're kind of working on that, but some
Yeah.
annoying little shit came up and distracted us.
That's my job. Okay, I'm an informant.
John just
Hey,
turns
you know,
around and gets back to work. He can't do this anymore.
I'm just gonna give Pagan like a scary look.
Pagan is going to go over to Tim after receiving that scary look, and he's going to be like, "Oh, so this part of the room seems a lot cooler. I'll hang out here."
Yeah.
I really
Okay.
hope one day he gets the sun treatment.
Pagan will shudder, but he will not acknowledge that he heard anything.
Every good vampire needs a tan.
Goddamn.
I will
Yeah,
let
head on the table. It does not acknowledge that Pagan is sitting across from him, saying like just waiting for them, for like literally anyone to be like, all right, it's time to leave. Like that's what I'm waiting for.
Oh man,
Okay.
Pagan is just going to ramble to Tim, even though Tim is not listening.
Sick.
Sick. With that, yeah, you see the person sitting there. She does not look happy, unsurprisingly.
Well, this is a turn of circumstances for you.
Oh, you don't say.
So,
Wait, Ninjor, what's this person's name?
They haven't said.
Well, I would know.
What, the nightclub
boss
manager?
lady.
Oh, the boss lady. Her name is Evelyn.
Lit. Well, John, this is my, boss.
John does like a friendly
Name's
gesture, like a
Evelyn.
nod.
I wish you were meeting her under better circumstances, like, anything else, really.
Me as well. Sorry about the night.
Well, I would say it's not the worst we've ever had, but I would be lying. Just clean up my fucking club, alright?
Someone got a vacuum in here?
There's a Roomba in the corner. She's
Pagan,
gonna-
you're
she's
good with
gonna go back.
technology. Operate that thing.
Yeah, the vampires can't use the Roomba because they can't use touchscreens.
John doesn't even know how to use his phone.
I don't think John can't. John must have a BlackBerry with like a scroll.
Definitely has like a
That's a-
BlackBerry or a clamshell or some shit.
I can see that.
Absolutely, I believe that.
Man, living in the lap of luxury, I see.
Yeah, he's
I choose to spend my money in other places.
Oh, that wasn't sarcasm. That's actually a nice phone.
Thank you.
I know that the fucking mortals have these weird ones where like the entire thing is the screen and you apparently touch the screen and it's like there's a button
I know, and
on the
apparently
screen,
you
but like
spend
the
your
whole
whole
screen
life
is the
on it or something. It's
Yeah, I don't.
ridiculous.
Ah,
If I wanted to
I
watch
hate
something,
these
I'd turn on my
mortals. You know
TV.
why I haven't grown out of Vancouver? It's because I don't. Something about marketing on the fucking button phones, button screen phones. They don't work for me.
Must be some kind of anti-vampire technology being utilized in those. Oh, sorry, I didn't say vampire. He didn't say.
kindred.
Finger. He said
Anti-kindred.
the hard R.
He said the hard V.
He said the hard V. I'm going to say, we're going to end it here as you guys set up for your interrogation of the people you captured. Feels like a good point to bring down after a longer than expected combat.
Brings me back to Nom.
Anyways, thank you so much for watching and joining on today's episode. We will try
know
and
what we're
put out
doing.
another
We
episode
promise.
soon.
Yes.
We don't.
We're professionals.
Yeah, we're totally
have been doing
professionals.
this. We've been playing Vampire the Masquerade V5 for 25 years, believe it or not. When did V5 come out? Shh.
Stop asking
For real.
questions.
I'm pretty sure all of us are younger than 25 except Altair.
Shut the F up.
Oh, boomer,
caught.
old,
Those
boomer,
old
Old man.
age.
old man.
I say as if I'm not playing a character
Oh,
that was
ratio.
born before the fucking fall of the Berlin Wall, who refers to
the
smartphones as screen button phones.
That's crazy.
It's amazing.
Boomer.
Anyways,
Boomer.
thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.